a presidential aircraft, a reported missile threat, and a last-minute security decision that has now become the center of intense discussion. According to newly reported information, U.S. intelligence detected what officials described as a credible plot involving Iranian proxy forces during President Donald Trump's visit to Turkey for the 36th NATO Summit. The alleged plan reportedly involved targeting the aircraft carrying the president while military tensions with Iran were already escalating. Here's what has been reported so far. At the time of the summit, the president had traveled aboard a newly modified Boeing 747-8 that had undergone months of conversion work after being gifted by Qatar. While meetings were taking place in Turkey, U.S. intelligence reportedly identified information suggesting that Iranian-backed forces could attempt to launch a missile attack against the presidential aircraft. Officials indicate that the Secret Service responded immediately. Rather than canceling the visit or publicly announcing the threat, security teams reportedly adjusted their plans behind the scenes. According to available reports, the president was transferred onto one of the long-serving VC-25A aircraft, the specially configured Boeing 747s traditionally used as Air Force One. These aircraft are believed to carry defensive systems designed specifically to counter airborne threats, making them the preferred platform during periods of elevated risk. Although many of those capabilities remain classified, reports indicate they include advanced countermeasure technologies intended to disrupt or misdirect incoming missiles. The aircraft are also equipped for aerial refueling, providing greater operational flexibility during emergencies. The newer 747-8, meanwhile, has reportedly not yet completed the full range of military modifications planned for presidential service, making the older VC-25A the more suitable choice under those circumstances. The reported threat has also drawn attention to another critical layer of presidential protection: fighter escorts. When military aircraft accompany Air Force One, their mission extends far beyond simply flying nearby. Pilots are tasked with continuously scanning for potential threats, monitoring radar activity, and maintaining defensive positions around the aircraft throughout its journey. Rather than protecting a fixed location, escort fighters effectively defend a moving objective. Every change in the surrounding environment is monitored, allowing crews to react rapidly if any danger emerges. Should a hostile aircraft or missile appear, the escort's primary responsibility would be to intercept the threat before it could reach the presidential aircraft. Multiple defensive layers are designed to work together, combining onboard protection systems with fighter coverage to maximize security. As discussions continued over the reported plot, attention also shifted toward Iran's external military network. According to the information discussed, operations beyond Iran's borders are often linked to the IRGC's Quds Force, an organization that has historically been associated with supporting proxy groups outside the country. Reports further suggest that such operations would involve senior leadership oversight, although questions remain regarding who currently holds ultimate decision-making authority. The situation is made more complicated by continuing uncertainty surrounding Iran's leadership structure. Reports referenced in the discussion suggest that it remains unclear who is directing major strategic decisions at the highest level. Officials have also pointed to previous investigations involving alleged Iranian-linked plots inside the United States, arguing that such threats continue to be taken seriously by American security agencies. Meanwhile, several other developments across the region have unfolded in parallel. Reports indicate that Russian drones again entered Romanian airspace, prompting Romanian F-16 fighters to respond. At the same time, separate reports described renewed clashes involving Iranian-backed groups operating in Iraq, where fighting involving Kurdish forces appeared to be intensifying. Energy infrastructure also remained under pressure. According to reports, Saudi Arabia temporarily shut down the Jazan refinery following attacks involving missiles and drones. Satellite imagery reportedly detected heat signatures before official confirmation was released. Elsewhere, 2 incoming ballistic missiles aimed toward Yanbu were reportedly intercepted by Patriot missile batteries operated by Greek military personnel stationed inside Saudi Arabia. These incidents continue to highlight the wider regional tensions developing alongside the reported threat against the U.S. president's aircraft. At this stage, many questions remain unanswered. Investigations and official statements will likely provide a clearer picture over time. For now, the reported intelligence warning, the change of aircraft, and the broader security response illustrate how quickly protective measures can evolve when officials believe a credible threat may exist. As more verified information becomes available, the full sequence of events surrounding the reported plot and its wider implications will become clearer. Another point attracting attention is the security planning that surrounds every presidential overseas trip. Even when no public announcement is made, protective agencies continually reassess intelligence and can alter transportation plans within minutes if they believe circumstances have changed. According to the reported information, that appears to be exactly what happened during this visit. The discussion has also renewed interest in the specialized design of the VC-25A fleet. While many of its defensive features remain undisclosed, official information confirms that these aircraft are built to continue operating in highly challenging situations. Much of what protects the aircraft is classified, leaving only limited details available to the public. Beyond the aircraft itself, every movement is supported by multiple security layers. Escort aircraft, intelligence assets, and personnel on the ground all contribute to reducing potential risks before, during, and after departure. According to the reports, that coordinated approach was considered essential given the alleged missile threat. Attention has also focused on the reported method of attack. Officials cited by the reports described concerns involving a possible shoulder-fired missile. While no public evidence has been released detailing exactly how such an attempt would have been carried out, security agencies reportedly treated the intelligence seriously enough to justify changing the aircraft used for the president's departure. At the same time, developments elsewhere in the region continued to unfold rapidly. Reports suggested that tensions involving Iranian-backed groups remained active across multiple areas, while additional military activity in Iraq and continuing drone incidents near NATO territory highlighted how broad the regional security picture had become. Questions also remain over Iran's internal command structure. The discussion noted uncertainty regarding who is currently directing major strategic decisions, making it difficult to determine where responsibility for reported operations ultimately rests. Until further official information becomes available, many of those questions remain unanswered. For now, the reported intelligence warning, the decision to rely on the VC-25A, and the wider military developments together illustrate how quickly international security situations can evolve. As investigators continue examining the reported plot and governments release additional information, a more complete understanding of these events is likely to emerge.